Hello, stock fans. This is modified Darvas box coming at you here on Saturday, February 3rd, 11:08 a.m. here in sunny Florida. And wow, is this market just amazing. You know, we are so lucky to be in this period where companies are just so profitable. Oh, they make so much money. And all these stocks just end up just going up again and again and again. I mean, even our bear markets aren't that bad. So count ourselves blessed that we get to invest in this market and have so many nice opportunities for us. For anybody who has never watched me before, I'm just a private investor trader, and I developed this unique system based on the book How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market. I think it's a great book. When you read it, I looked for a valid system in it and found one. And hopefully, if you read the book, you see the same. But anyways, on my charts here, I'm trying to highlight box patterns and other potential signals. I use colors on the chart to help identify opportunities, and I like to look through the charts quickly, because if you can't see something that's obvious, well, it's probably not a trade. The best trades are obvious. So let's get into it. I've got my stocks separated in 6 main lists right here, and I always start with the indexes. So we're going to make this short and sweet, or at least try to, and away we go. This first one, the AMZ. Look at that. A box breakout right there, and then a pullback. Like, come on, people. Just go up. Stupid sellers. But this actually is very positive. It looks great. Nice uptrend. ARK, ARKK, Kathy Wood. Just keeping an eye on it, because if ARK's making money, then we're all making money. Notice here, I got colors on the chart. Blue bars, yellow bars, pink bars right there. They all mean something to me. I've got special codes which change color at various times. Blue bars usually means a little excess and enthusiasm, typically followed by a red bar, but not always. But they got lots of examples here: blue bar, red, blue, red. So, like I said, a little bit of it can demonstrate excess optimism. Yellow bar buy signal, usually considered very strong when the odds are in your favor. But like here, if the market has a contrary opinion, the wonderful thing is it will let me know really fast. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. And here's a white bar sell signal right here. Same deal. If you get a white bar, usually it's very bearish, but hey, the next week, the market comes back bullish. They're saying, yeah, not so fast. So getting feedback from signals right away is very important. That'll raise your success as a trader. But yeah, pretty much it's all, you see a signal, and then you trade the reaction. See a signal, trade the reaction. You can buy during a signal if you want, but many times it'll pay just to wait and see how the market reacts to it. That's the wonderful thing about signals. You don't have to be like buying it within 5 minutes of a signal. Shit, you can have a weekly signal. You don't need, you see the signal this week, you can buy into it next week. That's the great thing about signals. All right, enough preaching here before you guys get sick of it. So oil, coming back down. Actually, oil's still going sideways in a box. The NASDAQ, man, this is just powering up. It's just amazing. So I was calling for maybe a rest, because we've had a 12-week run. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But look at that. Some people took it to heart and said, yeah, man, it's time for a rest. But then, man, the buyers on Friday came slamming back into this. Now this here is a bullish, this is a bullish bar right here. That's a bullish hammer pattern. So it started off being a little weak, and I thought this week, yeah, it's going to be 12 weeks. It'll take a break. Nope. Slammed higher. The economy is just doing, or at least the top of the market, the big tech companies are just, they're crushing it so much, it's distorting everything else. It's like the elephants or the brontosauruses or whatever of the world. But isn't that amazing? You get a hammer, and that's a bullish signal right there after all this time. Ethereum, you got an inside bar here, inside week, resolved downwards, but then nope, bulls came back in. Now it's a bullish signal. Triggered right here, upside, and then nope, came right back down. These signals here just aren't sticking. And this would be very frustrating because, this here's a bullish signal. You get a trigger, the line growing across the top, and then it immediately hits and then immediately fails. Frustration city. There would be the trigger there along the bottom there. So crypto, while it's flashing signals, isn't that strong right now. FFTY, that's a growth stock proxy. That's looking good, going up. China, it's from China. Hit the bottom of the box. Of course, people knee-jerk reactioned it, and now it's selling off because China sucks. Here we go. Crypto, GBTC, Bitcoin. So I wrote it from here to here, and I'm a little remorseful, thinking maybe I should have held it, but I saved myself the volatility in here, and honestly, it's moving up, but it's hard to say. The bulls are still in charge, let's put it that way. But if it gets up in here, in these zones up here, will the bears hit it again? I don't know. But it looks kind of mixed. Now the monthly chart had a signal, but it looks like that signal didn't occur. When this was lower down, this was flashing a shooter bar, an inverse hammer, but that was about a week before the end of January. Well, the signal never occurred. It was threatening a signal, but that signal did not happen. So the bulls are in charge still, ever so slightly. Gold, there's a little inside week with a little trigger up, but not all that super bullish. Got some volume though, look at that. Maybe gold still moves up, I don't know. High yield bonds, taking a little breather, still in a giant box. Software, of course it's going up, duh. Housing, look at that. Pink bar warning signal, but it's just a signal. You gotta watch for the reaction to the signal. And look at the reaction. Sort of a bullish, uh-oh. What's the reaction? No, man, we're buying this. We're still buying it. It's an inside bar, so you can trade that if you're indecisive. Just draw lines across the top and the bottom. That's how you trade an inside week. So very interesting that it gave a threatening signal and then immediately came right back with a bullish reaction. Housing's not done. Also a good example which shows that if you get a signal, you don't have to knee-jerk the signal. You can wait and see what happens. The reaction really is more important than the signal. At least in my opinion. Micro caps, sideways. IWM. Why people talk about this, I do not know. But pink bar signal, pay attention, and we'll see. We'll just give it some up and lower lines, and we'll see how it resolves. We have a signal. Now we'll see where the market takes it. Healthcare. Look at that. Straight up. Keep going up. That's all our insurance premiums going up. Transports. Bullish signal right here on the transports. That's a hammer pattern. And look, it's sort of formed like a cup and handle. Now, I'm a failed can slim trader. Can slim is the strategy that came up with cups and handles. One reason I gave it all up, was because I couldn't see cups and handles. It was just too hard. This looks like a cup and handle to me, but I'll defer to the can slim experts. But if the transports are going to break out to the upside, that's very bullish for the market. But it's threatening to. It actually hasn't done it yet. Let's keep that in mind. So, but that'll add up, chalk up as a bullish sign. Yeah, more up. Most stuff should be up. Fizz, yeah, I did buy a little bit of gold. But it's more, I mean, you know, my margins keep expanding. I keep getting more money available to me because everything else is going up. So, you know, try a little bit. QQQ. Now look here, the difference between the NASDAQ. QQQ is a blue bar right there. What did I say? A sign of potential excess enthusiasm. And usually followed by red weeks. Maybe we get a red week next week. But we do have plenty of evidence that in the past here, the signals didn't really do all that much. Well, this one sold off. This one had a inverse hammer. Whereas this one had an upside move. So about 50-50. This signal right here has about a 50-50 track record. All right, but we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, RSP. Also a blue bar signal, excess enthusiasm. Now maybe the odds of a red week next week are rising. I'll have to keep an eye on that. That's interesting. Because RSP is the S&P 500 equal weight. Look at this. Uh-oh. Short-term bonds had a pink bar signal, definitely down on a reversal. That looks a little scary right here. What it means is when this is going up, it means that rates are coming down and inflation fears are coming down. If this drops, then rates may start going back up again and inflation might start going back up again. This drop here was all that increase in inflation and interest rates. So we got a warning signal here to pay attention. Sit up and pay attention. That's interesting. Combine this with, if interest rates are starting to go back up again, and we combine that with the RSP, blue bar signal, and the QQQ blue bar, maybe next week is going to be the red week I was expecting. But you see how I'm beginning to pull together a view of the market. Semiconductors, this was a bearish shooter bar. Well, the reaction was about bearish for about 5 seconds, and now that's a bullish hammer bar. Well, there you go. Reasons why not to sell. Yeah, you saw a signal, but the reaction was really short-lived, and now it's bullish again. Incredible. S&P 500 making new highs. Just incredible. The one thing about the S&P 500 making new highs, I'm going to flip to the Excel spreadsheet, is the S&P 500 making new highs, but estimates aren't really ripping to the upside. And right here, trailing PEs are now above 25. Above 25 is roughly bubble territory, in my opinion. That's a little worrisome. If you look right here, the index is about 45% reported on earnings, so we still got more earnings to go. But you know, valuations, in my opinion, are scraping against the highs, and if interest rates go up, we might see a pretty quick sell-off. But it's really hard to say. We can speculate, or we can just wait until it happens. Let's see here. Some sentiment. Mixed. McClellan oscillator. Oh my God, it's already been 15 minutes. We're only on list 1. We gotta get going here. About halfway. Look how stocks have come off highs on sentiment above the 40-day. So this market is becoming narrower and narrower, in my opinion. I'm sure there's other breadth indicators. Let's look at this one above the 200-day. Well, that's still not bad. Solar, who cares? Bonds. Uranium, blue bar, excess exuberance. Might sell off. The VIX, nothing there. Commercial real estate. Housing. Another housing one. Pink bar followed by the signal, a very bullish reaction. Look at that. The sellers were, the bulls marched right back into almost the amount of the sellers. I'd say that's nothing to worry about there, but oil, XLE, financials keep going up. All right, let's go to list 2. Boy, we got to get real fast here. Airbnb coming back down. We had a box breakout here, and this is a box failure. This one does not belong in this list anymore. We'll drop this down to just number 3. List number 2 here is the best of the best. Textbook box breakouts. AMD, that's a bullish hammer, but oof, look at that. That might have eaten up a lot of bullets from the bulls. Excess exuberance. This one, boy, this shake and baked a ton of bulls. Look at this on the daily. Breakout, then drop, and then that Friday they slam money into this. Like, this looks bullish, but man, I don't know. Hard to say if this one should be bought here. Moving up. Moving up. These ones should all be bullish. This one here just formed a new potential box. I'm going to downgrade this one to list 3. Bullish. I'm long Dash, by the way. I'm long from right here. America's fat. This one right here is just, boy, this just sucks. Look at that. Big box breakout, and all it's done is give it up. Let's move this down to list 3. Doesn't deserve to be on here. Dwack Attack, I own this. I'm long. This needs to be moved over a smidge. Goalpost volume, usually very bullish, but also means you might have a wild ride. So far, that looks pretty good. ELF, I'm long this one. Looks great. Now, some might be concerned about these red bars. I was concerned about this big one right here, but the reaction, super bullish. So at this point, yeah, I'm not concerned. I was last week, but now, and also this, and this is not goalpost volume, because goalpost is when it's within a box and it breaks out. See this sideways pattern? ELF, you have one bar here down in the 90s, and then this one up here in the 150s. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. It could mean something else, but it doesn't mean goalpost volume. A subtle distinction. That one's looking good. What's on this one? Oh, Ethereum. Yeah, you shouldn't even be in here. I'll move you out. This one's still bullish, hasn't formed a box yet. Geo bullish. Well, look at this. Box breakout, but then an inside weak bar. It's really sort of struggling in here. If you're bullish, still stay long, but you know, you'd probably have hoped for better. But there's no big red selling bars, so don't worry about it. Sit and let it do its thing, baby. This is a nice one. Moving higher. ML. Ugh, look, the pullback keeps coming through. I bought it back here. I sold half here, and it keeps dropping. It's probably coming back to this weekly moving average. But even though I own it, I got to downgrade this because it's going to be definitely forming a new box. Microsoft, keep going higher. Netflix, I'm long this one. It's doing great. Nvidia, very strong. Big tech, all they do is win. So annoying. That one looks great. SMCI, wonderful breakout. I am long. Look at the volume. God. And this one, I futzed around in it back in here, and I completely missed this run. But, hey, just stick to the signals, and you'll do well. Box breakout here. Blue bar exuberance here. Let's just put it this way. Based on this little combo right here, I would not be rushing to buy at 218.76. Odds that this may be a red week next week, I think are higher than normal. Oh, the stinger. This is oil tankers. Pink bar signal means watch out, pay attention. It's still on an uptrend, so it stays. Uber, my regret. Bought it here, sold it here. What does it do? Just keeps going higher. That red line is the all-time high. Let's just take it off. Ugh, that's a mistake. URI keeps going up. Lovely box breakout last week. Workday. Most of the charts should be bullish. This one here, a shooter bar. What did it do? Bullish reaction. Just like all the other charts. So really, we're going to whip through these, look for variances. Anything that's looking real crazy. Affirm, building, still working on a sideways box. It's not ready to be drawn at the moment because it still can't set its low. So the highs, it's roughly like, you set the highs. A Darvas would do it like this. You go, oh, here's a box. No, it's not. Here's a box. No, it's not. Here's a box. Well, maybe. It's just not ready to be drawn yet because that lower edge takes time to set. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Coal keeps moving up. This was not a textbook box breakout. It does not belong in list 2. But look at that. Lovely signal, huge volume, and it's been game on ever since. Amazon, rocking and rolling. BLDR. Looks like this. I thought that this volume here was exhaustion. Nope, just keeps going. Here we go, coin. I shorted coin and I covered it this past week because you had an inside week. See this gray right here? Inside week, so just set your trigger for up here. What did it do? It ripped higher through that. I covered, I'm out, and then came down, and now it's below the trigger. It's so annoying. I still think coin could go lower, but you know what? The way this looks, I'm now actually happy I covered. That was a nice run. 170 down to 130. 40-point gain. Easy peasy. Going sideways here. In fact, Croc should probably be on list 6 because it's not really doing anything at the moment. Oof, just lovely. Look here, yellow bar buy signal and whoosh, straight up right there. Could have bought way back in here and enjoyed this huge run, but you gotta believe in these names because they're gonna have bad days. You gotta have conviction to sit and believe it's gonna do better. Dell looks good. All big tech looks good. Oh, we have a box breakout in DKNG. I'm not a fan of this company. I think it's very bad for society, but that's a textbook box breakout. We don't need more sports gambling. Google. Pink bar, pay attention signal. Interesting. That's a bearish signal, potentially. I want to put it on bearish thrust. There's this one. Still doing good, but ugh. I'm long this one, MNDY, moving up nicely. Sit and do nothing. Net, that's definitely a box right there. I'm going to move this to list 6. Uh-oh, this video is going to be definitely longer than I planned. Qualcomm. Yellow bar buy signal. Moved all the way up and then flashed the shooter bar signal, which is get ready to sell out, potentially. Boom, as soon as the week opened, it was down. So if you were ready, you saw the signal, and if you were long Qualcomm, you would have been ready at least for this situation, and you wouldn't be puking it out here at 141. Hopefully, you would have gotten out somewhere around 150, 148. That would have been a nice run. 120, 25 points. But this one doesn't deserve to be on here anymore. It's not a box breakdown, so we'll put it on list 4 for bearish ones. Rambus, a failed breakout, but that was a weak volume breakout. There's no volume here. So we'll move this one to box 6. Look how my list has gone from very bullish to the list is getting smaller. Shows how the market's changing. Bullish signal there. VRT. This one's just so bullish. Amazing move. All right, let's whip through these remaining ones. Big blue signal. We'll put this on list 3. Apple. Definitely kind of bearish. There's that shooter bar signal right there. What did it do? It sold off the next week. Could have made some good money off that signal. I did not trade it, but I saw it. That one stays here on list 4. Bearish thrust signals. Bearish signal right there. Sideways, but... oh, look at that. Signal, and look at that reaction. They just slam money into tech. Oh, yeah, let's put it back in there. Nothing going on there. That's that one. That's there. Anything else? This one's sort of forming a box now. You see, the lower edge is now much more pronounced. So that's worthy of drawing a box. We'll put it something like that. And at this point, I'll move it to list 6. Not that I'm ever going to buy Roku. Tesla, I'm short Tesla. See it formed an inside week here based on this big drop. But that's not too bad. My average is somewhere here about 202. So far this is doing okay, but we'll see this next week. This inside week tells me I can safely put a stop right there, and I'll still make money. Even if it rips, I'll still make money. That's the whole point, make money. I'm also still short Upstart. We had the bearish shooter signal here, but it didn't really react, convincingly down, but it doesn't look all that bullish either. You could put a cover signal here, but I'll put an alert for right there. And here, set an alert. Alert created. All right, let's get into list 5. These are the bearish ones, or avoid. This is an avoid, huh? God, what a disaster. This one might be a good short setup right here, maybe. Oh, there's a box breakdown. That's why this one's on this list for a reason. It's garbage. Interesting. This might be a little box forming here. because we got a pronounced upside and a pronounced downside. Am I going to trade this? No. But I'll keep an eye on it. Ugh. My stock pick. Awful. Nothing going on here. Nothing here. Well, tech, they slammed it higher. If you're really interested in this one, maybe. But volume is really low, so avoid. Ford Motor Company, look at that. Now that's kind of interesting. Look at that volume. Based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to move Ford out. We'll put it into the regular one. Solar sucks. Look at this. See, I thought the box was drawn. No, got to retailer the box. But just going down. This one right here, pink bar signal, failed the box. Oh, it reclaimed it. Not very strong, but we'll see what happens. I'll move this one next week if it does really well. More tech moving up. Probably should change that. Any other signals? PLTR? Ugh. Nothing. Rig? Ugh. Oil service is definitely bearish. Nothing here. Last one. Sideways box. These ones should be rather medium. Look at this. This is the biggest damn Darvas box. It's going to take forever for this one to figure itself out. There's Crocs. CVNA. I find the car market interesting. Volume is still sort of muted, but we don't really have any chart signals here at present. But I just like to keep an eye on this one. There's Ford. Oil tankers. Yep, more sideways. Fastly. Look at this. Yellow, yellow, yellow. But where's it been? Just keeping an eye on this stuff. Globe. Meta. Ugh. It's so annoying. Net. Sideways. Oh, here's a box breakout. Steel. Move to list 2. Well, if steel is going up, does that mean inflation is all of a sudden starting to go up again? Cost of inputs? And that may be why the bond market is selling off a little bit. Who knows? We'll see how it plays out. Path, nothing there. Sideways. Yeah. SoFi. This is a fat whale. Look at that. 950 million shares outstanding. It's a giant waste of time. Square. Had a good earnings report, but you know what? Same problem. They got 610 million shares outstanding, $40 billion market cap. They could have a great quarter, but it's still, the stock is still overvalued by a mile. TMDX is turning out to be a wonderful stock if we had all bought it back down here. I did not. But look at that. Did somebody make a giant mistake in here? Probably. All right, so that's the weekend review. We got some signals, saw some bullish signals, but also some signals that might suggest next week might be tougher. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But also when we throw in the valuation piece here, I'm still bullish, but I'm also cautious. All right, have a great rest of the weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.